When Madalyn was born, her mother Corey had settled in the village of Jasper in the Ottawa Valley. Corey had moved around often as a child and wanted to raise her kids in one stable place. Corey describes young Madalyn as a little tornado. She didn't walk into a room, she burst in. When she gave you a hug, you saw it coming. She would take a running leap into your arms. She was funny, kind, and affectionate. She could be wild and impulsive and tended to learn things the hard way. If you told her to go slowly down a hill on her bike, she'd have to absorb the message by wiping out. At the same time, she was always alert to the needs of those around her. Madalyn was watchful, taking everything in, absorbing other people's feelings. Corey remembers driving with Madalyn one day when she happened to be carrying cash she had received for her 12th birthday. They spotted a homeless girl they had seen a few times before, and Maddie asked to stop. She approached and asked if the girl would accept some money. The girl started to cry and told her she had a beautiful soul. Maddie got back in the car crying too and said to her mom, "It's not enough, is it?" Corey answered, "It's not enough, but maybe it's enough for today." Theirs was the house kids gravitated to, friends of Madalyn and her brother filling it with laughter. Home was a happy place, but Maddie struggled to fit in at school. She had trouble academically, but found supportive teachers and made it through middle school, even winning Athlete of the Year in grade 8. Dual diagnoses of bipolar II and borderline personality disorder felt crushing to Madalyn and hung like a specter over her teen years. Her illness made secondary school nearly impossible. She white-knuckled it through grade 9, but was in constant distress about being different from her peers. Madalyn was in and out of hospital many times and able to find a combination of treatment and medication that adequately eased her symptoms. She was always in flight mode. Madalyn was such a risk to herself, her mother had to seek out secure residential program options for her, which she could only access by releasing her daughter into the care of the Children's Aid Society. It's hard to fathom motherly love requiring such a sacrifice. In residential care, she made very close connections with the staff and was inspired to continue her education. Her goal was to attend college someday to become a child and youth worker. She believed that other youth could benefit from the support of someone like her, someone who'd been there. Maddie showed a level of kindness to her peers in treatment that she could not apply to herself. She had friends to whom she offered unconditional support. When she was well, she was full of mirth. Her laugh started at her toes and spread up her body and out to everyone around her. Madalyn spent a year at home with her mother after reaching 18, and then got into supportive youth housing in Ottawa. Corey's thankful that her relationship with Madalyn remained unbreakable through all the turmoil. Corey was her anchor, and Maddie was Corey's too in a lot of ways. They had so much in common, sharing the same passion for music, movies, fashion, and good food. Corey never gave up, always looking ahead to the next small thing that might bring relief and to the passage of time that would perhaps help her daughter's brain mature and adapt to the point where she had a decent quality of life. Maddie swung between hope and profound hopelessness. The drugs and alcohol that provided a brief balm for her wounds ultimately took over control. Around the same time Madalyn died at the age of 20, another young adult in their small community died in a car accident. Corey asked herself, will people see Madalyn's death as less tragic? But she chose to write a very honest obituary for her daughter, despite her fear of judgment and stigma. Not long after it was published, she hesitantly ventured into a local shop, and the owner immediately embraced her and said, "Your obituary saved someone's life." This is undoubtedly true, but since the moment Madalyn died, her mother has often felt like the walking dead, lurching through each day in a haze. Having fought against her daughter's despair for so long, Corey's new challenge has been to resist her own. One of the forms of resistance she came up with was to mark Maddie's 21st birthday by handing out 21 little glass hearts and receiving 21 hugs in return. She found such solace in saying Maddie's name and connecting with friends and strangers alike that Corey continues her Gorilla Heart project, offering them to people and leaving them in random spots to spread a little Maddie love wherever she goes.